Welcome, millionaires and billionaires. As always, I aim to bring you truth, knowledge, and wisdom to assist you in your journey through crypto. So, guys, this is lesson 5th on Teach a Man How to Fish. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to new subscribers and viewers. If you are new to the channel, I do recommend joining the Telegram for the Ghost Ledger. It's a new project launching soon, so pre-sale should be starting soon. We've been waiting on the market, the proper conditions, because we all want everyone to succeed and make money in the project. So it's always a good time to launch any project in a green market. If anyone is launching a project in a red market, just be alert that they really doesn't care about the investors. So I do recommend joining the Telegram so you don't miss out on pre-sale and get an early entry in the project. It's a multi-chain wallet which conceals your wallet address, transactions, and the contents and your coins and your wallet. The link is in the description below, as well as the website. Telegram link is here, and as well as the Twitter account. So do join. So we're gonna hop into the chart, guys, and we are seeing the final I guess as I mentioned before, we were waiting on a correction for not just Bitcoin but the market in general on the 3-day. So this is Bitcoin on the 3-day. So let's zoom in and see what's going on here. If you haven't seen the previous lessons, do go watch them so you are up to speed. So in this lesson, what we're gonna cover is let's see here. Let's see if I can move the chart here. Okay, so what we're gonna cover is we're gonna go over one of the most important indicators, which is the fib extension again. So as we see Bitcoin here on the 3-day chart, remember when price comes above the moving average, which is the white line here, as long as it stays above it, it's going to continue to on the trend. So right now we are beginning on the upward trend on the 3-day chart. So what we have here is a retracement. Usually after retracement is usually when the real pump begins. So let's zoom in here. If the computer can cooperate, we can begin. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the 3-day, guys. As I stated before, we were waiting on a correction, and we are finally seeing the completion of the correction. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in the fib extension to see when is the next, whoever's right now is a good time to buy. If you are planning on buying any cryptos, right now is the perfect time to buy. And I'm gonna show you exactly when you should be taking your profits, not just in Bitcoin but in all of your cryptos, because once the markets start coming down, once Bitcoin start coming down, everything is will be coming down as well. So here you're gonna click on your fib extension here, and you're gonna click where the price begin. I would say about right here, and you drag it and click at the top where stop, then you bring it where the correction happens, completed. And just there's also a possibility where we may see, it bounce. Let's see, it goes up a little bit and then it retraces slightly back and retest that, but that's really unlikely based on the volume and the way it's moving. So what we expect for Bitcoin and the entire market, whatever position you're in your cryptos, so whenever Bitcoin gets in these areas into the 32, it's gonna break the 30K range. Then we're gonna see a correction again, which is gonna be a bigger correction than the previous one. So we're gonna see a huge pump for the next few weeks. We are going to be just green days, green weeks, green days and green weeks. So the market's going to be pumping for the next few weeks. So we're going to see this here. And then Bitcoin is going to get into the 32K range to the 33K range. And then this is when you should take profit, sell everything. I would say sell some coins. You shouldn't sell everything, especially for Luna Classic. So sell 70. I would say sell 50 to 70% of your coins. And once Bitcoin gets into the 32 to the 33K range, then we will see a bigger correction, and it will come back into the 27s to the 26s areas, right around these areas. So once that's a huge drop. At least it is always going to be at least a 50% correction, and then once Bitcoin is crashing, everything will be crashing. So this is when you don't want to stay in the market, guys. So as soon as you see Bitcoin gets into the 30Ks, start preparing yourself to take profits and sell a portion of your holdings, because it's coming back down. And then after you take your profits, and once they get back into the mid 26Ks, 27Ks, then you load back up again, and then we're gonna see another bigger pump. There's not enough data, so I'm just gonna go off the cuff here. So I would say the next pump is usually bigger, so I would say it's gonna get into around the 40K ranges on the next pump. And then once they get into the 40K ranges, then this is where we have to be alert for the black swan, because this is when you will see a drop, most likely all the way down here, because USDT is going to collapse. And I've been telling you guys, just hold DAI stablecoin. And recently there's some news that's coming out that that the SEC is going after Binance, and they're already going after the BUSD. There's so many things going on in the crypto space. So this is a possibility that Binance will collapse, as well as many other exchanges will collapse. So the only thing we will need in the crypto space is our wallet. So, and this is why the Ghost Ledger is the most important and vital piece of instrument or utility in the crypto, because everyone will be using it. So this is why I recommend to join the Telegram. You get an early position in the coin, so when the wallet does come out, then everyone will be flooding to get their hands on the wallet, because most exchanges will collapse. So the only place to store your coins is in your wallet, and it's a privacy wallet, so you don't have to worry about hackers hacking into your wallet, which is one of the most important functions of the wallet. So like I said, guys, we are about to experience the next huge pump in the bull run, guys, and like I said, we are going to amass a lot of wealth in this wealth transfer. So if we zoom in on the weekly, we can see it's pretty much the same scenario here. We are beginning to see the next pump here. And let's go briefly over the fib extension again. So once price get into the blue area, this is when you should be getting ready to take your profits. Most people like to play it safe. As soon as it gets into even a quarter into the blue box, which is the one level, then people start taking profits. More riskier people, for me personally, I wait until at least it gets in halfway into the box. I start setting my positions to take profits, and I watch it. If I see it's resisting, excuse me, then I will go ahead and take profits and sell everything and wait for retracement. Usually, once you see it spiking up like these, you see. Remember, the previous videos I showed you, it tested the high, it tested the resistance 1, 2, 3, about 5 times. They got rejected. So this is why we had this huge look how small the correction was compared to what we've experienced. Most of us, the market was moving quickly, very quickly, and to the downside. Imagine once we start seeing these candles, these candles we are about to see, which is going to be on the green. They're going to be green, and then they're going to be pumping on the 3-day chart and on the weekly chart. So if we zoom out on the weekly here, let's clean the chart up a little bit. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, this should have been a live, so people can ask questions, but we'll make the next one a live. We'll set up a live one so people can ask questions. I mean, I always set up VCs in the Telegram, so if you guys like to attend them, just join the Telegram, and you can ask any questions you wish. So we're gonna go look at the weekly chart here. We're gonna zoom out. Yeah, there's not much data here, so let's pick a different coin. Well, it doesn't really matter. So okay, so what we're about to see is this scenario happen here. Nice pump in a second cycle. So this is just a small retracement here that just happened. We have yet to see this monster move here. So picture this move here, this monster move right around here. This is the next monster move here, which is this move here, and then the next move will be here, this next monster move here again, and then we will see this huge drop right here. Everything happens in cycles, and then this will most likely correlate with the black swan event, the crashing and collapse of USDT. It seems like they're going after BUSD as well, so most likely it might collapse as well, and then that might take down Binance. So we will see as the news goes by. The next video I'm gonna make I think it's long overdue, so I'm gonna make a prediction video as far of all the events, most of the events that's about to take place, guys, so that way you stay ahead of the events. It doesn't catch you by storm. You are prepared for it. So, and I'm pretty sure you guys already understand the fib extension, which is very important as far as knowing when to take your profits. Like I said, we'll go over it one more time just so everyone understands it. So let's go to the 3-day. I believe we can go to the 1-day chart. Okay, this is the 1-day chart. You can see Bitcoin is heading back up, and it's about to speed up. Once it breaks this resistance, remember there's a huge resistance at the 24K level. Once it breaks that, then that becomes a support. Then that's when we're gonna see some extreme movement, volatility to the upside. So let's let's look at the 12-hour here. Okay, the best way to okay, this is also another scenario here. We are seeing Bitcoin also at, remember this line here, the white line here, which is the trend line. It is also a resistance and a support. So right now we are right at the support, at the resistance area here. For example, let's say if Bitcoin doesn't break above the white line, the trend line, then most likely we're gonna see at least another test of the support. The support is right here. The support. Okay, we have support right here. So if it doesn't break this this resistance here at the fib trend line, then most likely you're gonna see it come back down and do a retest right on the 20k to 19. I would say, I don't think it's gonna get to the 19k. Most likely it's gonna get into, if it does come retest, it's gonna retest and it's gonna hit support right here and bounce back up. It's gonna hit support at the 20k, 20,800, 20,700, and then it bounced back up again. Either way you look at it, everything is going back up. So we just have to see, in by the end of the day, we're gonna see if Bitcoin can break the resistance at the level where it is at right now, which is the 22k 200 to the 22k 400. So most likely I think it's gonna break it, flush through it, and then form a support at the 24k level, because once it breaks above it, and then very quickly you're gonna see it get into the 24k ranges and into the 25k, and we're up to heading to 30k ranges. So let's look at the 3-day chart again, just to set up a fib extension. Because this is, I can't go over this enough, how to use the fib extension. If I had to take anything from trading, just one single tool where that will tell me where to take profits. I don't need any other tools as far as it comes to trading, just to make things very simple and simplify it. The only tool you really need is the fib extension. That's it. You don't really need, you don't really need you don't really need the Bollinger Bands. You don't really need the MACD. For example, let's do an example here. We're gonna trade off a naked chart here. So we're gonna take off the indicators here. Let's hide the Bollinger Bands. I'm going to show you how simple trading is. Well, you need the experience to first to see it as simple. If you don't have the experience, then there's no way you can see it in simple form. So I guess explaining it to you guys will, that way you can see it in its simplest form. Okay, this is a naked chart. Eventually you'll be able to just look at a naked chart and see where price will go. So let's hide also the MACD here. We're going to be trading off just a naked chart, and all we're going to use is the fib extension. All you have to do is wait for data. So the data is wait for a nice pump, so that way right here we've had a nice pump on a 3-day. Nice pump here. And then once you see resistance like this, it's going to keep spiking up and rejecting. Once you see prices rejecting, this is when you get out of your position. And then once you get out of your position, and then you just wait, because eventually price will come back down and retrace, and you will know when the retrace is over as well. You will also see a support at some level where price try to go down, but it keep bouncing off support. So this is a naked chart. So what we would do is click your fib extension and click where price begin here, and click at the top here and drag it at the bottom where the retracement stop, and then that's it. Once you plug it, then it will tell you exactly where to take your profits. So for example, here you will take your profits around these levels. Not just for Bitcoin. I don't recommend buying Bitcoin. It's too expensive. Any other coin, because the entire market moves together. So if Bitcoin is coming down, everything is coming down. So Bitcoin is just a template we use to predict where price will go. So as soon as you see price get into the blue box here, a safe zone is the 30k, 31k. But for those that's more advanced, you can wait until it keeps spiking up and getting rejected, which should be around the 32k to the 33k area here, and then you would sell a large portions of your holdings. I would say 50 to 70%, and you just wait. Just be patient and wait, because it's gonna come down eventually. It doesn't matter. It has to come down and form the patterns. So once it comes down, you'll know. Once price, it's gonna consolidate for a while, a couple days the least, before price start going back up. So you have at least a day you will know when price is the correction is over. Just you'll start to see the market turn green, and you'll start to see Bitcoin slowly moving back up, and then that's when you load back up on your position. That's all you really need. Just pretty much just to simplify everything. The whole trading is the fib extension. And then you need patience as well, guys, because the market moves when it wants to move. So we'll plug in our Bollinger Bands here, back again, the MACD. Okay, so as you can see, guys, to get the confirmation that the correction is finalizing is a nice weekly candle, a nice 3-day candle. It's also a weekly candle as well. Let's see, click on the weekly. Yes, the week has started green. A nice green weekly candle has started, and it's gonna at least hit these areas, at least the 23k 400. If it doesn't break resistance, it's gonna come back and retest support, but I believe it's just gonna flush through it and break it. To get the confirmation that the correction has finalized and it's complete, you wait for at least you get one of these green candle here, one of these, not the light green. You're gonna see a dark green. Wait until you see the dark green candle appear, not candle, the dark green bar appear, and that's when you're gonna see there is buying pressure, and then that's the final confirmation that yeah, we're heading up to 30k and then eventually 40k areas. So be on the lookout for that, guys. So just to keep it simple, one thing I wanted to go over is let's see here. Yeah, let's go over the fib retracement again. Okay, so let's say if when price was crashing, so you wanted to know where price would have dropped to before the correction is complete. So you would have to click on your fib retracement here. Let's make sure I'm doing this here right. Okay, the fib extension, instead of dragging it from the bottom, you start at the top here where price stop, and then you drag it down to where price begin. And then usually price corrects at least 50%. In a bull run, you don't really get the full 50% sometimes. The 50% here is around these levels. It didn't quite come all the way back down here yet. This is why I say it's a possibility where it can still retrace. So we have to be alert. It can also retrace back down here into the 0.5 50k range and then head back up. But we just have to wait for the final confirmation on the MACD to see the dark green candle. But I believe the correction is pretty much close to over. Look how steep. This is also how you know it's very bullish. Look how steep the angle on the trend line is. So eventually the trend line will end up here. So there's no space for it to correct. So that means it's only gonna go up. When you see the steepness of the angle of here of the trend line, that means it's gonna continue going up. So how you would have known is, you know, this is at least a 50% area, but sometimes you don't need the fib retracement to tell you that. You will just see prices keep hitting the support, and then it's going to keep rejecting it. If we look at on a lower time frame, we're going to see the rejections. Let's look at the 4 hour here. Okay, the 4 hour, zoom in. As you can see rejection 3 times. It hits it once, 2, 3, and even 4 times. It got rejected. It went back up, and it always will form a double bottom before going back up. Sometimes it doesn't if there's a lot of volume, but occasionally it does form a double bottom. Again, it tried to go back down, rejected, hit support, a second test of support here, got rejected, in a third time. Usually, remember I said the third time is gonna test it at least twice, and then if it doesn't break it, then most likely it can test it a third time. After the third time, if it rejects it, then just know it's going to reverse and go back the opposite way, which is up. So now we are heading back up for Bitcoin. So you don't really need the fib retracement to tell you that. So you can visually see it on the chart. And even in a naked chart, you can also see it as well. Let's remove the Bollinger Band here. We don't want the volume. Yeah, to hide your Bollinger Band, it's right here. It's marked BB. Just slightly hover over the 3 dotted line, click it, and then you'll have the option to copy, remove, hide. And then we'll hide it. This is a naked chart, so you can clearly see a double bottom here. 1, 2, and then you would expect price to go up the opposite way. Most likely it's going to continue going up a little bit before we have a next retracement on the 4 hour. So for those that trade on a short time frame, wait for price to keep spiking up. At least you'll get 3 bars, at least 2 bars of rejection, of hitting a resistance in these areas. Most likely it's gonna be here because resistance is around here, the 22,900, and then we're gonna see price keep hitting these areas, and then it's gonna reject it, and it's gonna retrace back into these areas, and then continue the pump back up toward 24K, 25K areas. So I won't keep this video long, guys. Hopefully you guys understand how to set up your indicators. The most important one, which is the fib extension, and how to set up the Bollinger Bands. The next session we'll go over, we'll do a live to see if anyone has any questions. You can also turn your volume indicator on as well, so you can see when volume is coming in, like this huge green candle here, that's huge volume here. This is also an indication that the market is pumping as well. Okay guys, until the next time, don't forget to join the Ghost Ledger Telegram so you are updated. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.